Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Wake Up American. This is your daily American English pronunciation show where we give you just a little bit of pronunciation practice every single day, Monday through Friday, because that's what you need if you are serious about making radical change in your pronunciation. Then it takes focus, dedication, showing up every single day. And we are here for you with all of our services, whether you're here with us on the stream, on the channels for free, if you're in our groups like our Telegram group, our Mission English group, which is our daily pronunciation courses, or if you're just taking our video courses, things like that, we are here to give you things that you can use every single day directly with me, an actual coach, trainer. Who am I actually? Hi, my name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath. It's one of the four keys to a natural sound in American English pronunciation. And today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be focusing on an aspect of pronunciation and speaking training in American English that you may already have heard of before. Maybe you already have seen our resources and things like that. But we're going to be focusing on a technique called shadowing. Now, if you've never heard of shadowing before, shadowing basically means that like you listen to someone talk and then you immediately try to repeat what they say, trying to capture their pronunciation, their intonation, their speech patterns, pretty much everything. There are a couple of techniques that you can do to speed up this process of using this tool to improve your pronunciation or make changes to it. It's not something that's going to change overnight. This is something that requires really dedicating yourself to shadowing for, hey, I'm going to shadow, like 5 minutes a day. I'm going to shadow 10 minutes a day, things like that. You're not going to hear a difference after just a single time. You're not going to hear a difference after a week. This is something that builds slowly, but surely over time. So that way you can start internalizing a lot of the rhythms and sounds of a language. Now, before we get into some techniques, I want to talk about some strategies that I think can make shadowing difficult for people. The first thing I'm going to say is that when you're shadowing, it's okay to use the same material multiple times. In fact, I would encourage that because each time you use it, you're going to notice different aspects of the language. Maybe the first time you don't notice that, oh, they said the word like in there. They said a couple of prepositions. I missed some words. You may have missed that the first time you try to shadow, or maybe you didn't notice the pitches or the intonation. They said, oh, like they said this and I said this. That's a different sound, right? This I need to change my intonation. Or they stressed this way and I said this way, so I changed the stress. So the more times you shadow it, the more you can actually start noticing those little differences. This is especially true if you're able to record yourself as you do shadowing. You can use a microphone, you can use your phone, just something, have something available, so that way when you're copying you can really check yourself. The last thing I'm going to say is that when you're shadowing, I'm just going to give you an example of something sometimes that happens with students. So I'll ask them, "Hey, have you been practicing this week?" And they'll say, "Oh, I watched a movie." And already I get a little bit nervous. I'm like, "Okay, were you just watching the movie?" They're like, "No, I shadowed. I did the whole movie. I shadowed the entire movie." I was like, "How long was the movie?" The movie was 3 hours long. I shadowed a 3 hour long movie. Now the problem with this is that think of all the content, all the speech, all the dialogue, all the English or all the language that was in that movie. 3 hours worth. And you shadow all that. My big suggestion for you is to instead shadow small, manageable chunks. Chunks that you can do over and over again. Honestly, like if I'm working with a student directly, we can spend 30 minutes just on like a 3 sentence paragraph, if not shorter. There's so many things to talk about. So I would really recommend, hey, if you're shadowing a TV show, if you're shadowing a movie, don't feel like you have to do the whole thing. You can just pick a 5, 10 second clip and just do it over and over and over and over again until you get bored. I would return to the same clip later in the week. I would come back to that same exact clip later in the week as well. So, for instance, I'm going to do this 10-second clip from a movie. I'm going to do it Monday for 5 minutes. I'm going to do it Tuesday for 5 minutes. I'm going to do it Wednesday for 5 minutes. I'm going to do it for Thursday for 5 minutes. I'm going to do it Friday for 5 minutes. The same clip, same 10-second clip. I know it's not exciting necessarily. So, I encourage you to try to find something you enjoy. Try to make it something that you look forward to listening to. It could be like maybe it's a comedian, or maybe it's like your favorite part of a movie. Maybe it's a song, whatever it is, just something you enjoy that you don't mind listening to over and over again. Those are going to be my real big suggestions. Now, we do have some resources available to help you out in this process. Even on here, the main channel, we have some shadowing videos. That's where we started. But we did branch off into another channel that is just shadowing. That's all it is. It's just shadowing. That's all we do on this channel. You may have seen it, maybe you haven't though. If Fluent American Shadowing, I can send you the link. One moment. Hello to Emmanuel. Good to see you, sir. So this is the link to our shadowing channel. Our shadowing channel is different than a lot of other shadowing channels. The first reason why it's different is because, one, you're not just shadowing me, the teacher. You're shadowing actual native speakers. You can see on the thumbnails, the pictures, these are the people that are talking that you'll be shadowing. So you can get an idea, like for instance, if you're a female speaker and you want to focus on female American English speakers, you can do that. If you want to focus on males, whatever your choice is. Okay, so you can pick the person that you think looks interesting or the person whose voice. And we have many different videos, so if find the one that speaks to you. Okay, so find your person. The videos themselves tend to be about I would say maybe like 3 to 6 minutes long in general. Okay, depending on the one you pick. The way these videos work, so that way you can get the most benefit from them. Let's just look at a quick clip. This will demonstrate for you what these videos are like.
Growing up, I didn't have a lot of faces like mine within this career field.
Yes, that's a quick example of one of our shadowing videos. You're going to see a couple things. You hear the speaker. So that's the first thing. You hear them. You're going to notice that after they finish talking, there's a pause, usually about like a 3-4 second pause. Why is the pause there? The pause is there because that gives you a chance to repeat what you hear. So, for instance, if you're recording yourself, maybe you're recording your screen and your own audio through a microphone, something like that, you use those pauses as opportunities to try to copy what you just heard. Okay, a lot of shadowing videos online are not doing that. Other things that you may have noticed.
Growing up, I didn't have a lot of faces like mine within this career field.
You see that there was text. On the text, there was a couple things. I showed you all the words. There were slashes. Those slashes indicate where the thought groups end. Why is that important? Those thought groups are places where there may be a slight pause. Those thought groups are also places where the pitch is going to change slightly. Because remember, when you go from one thought group to the next, you want your pitch level to change. Maybe we'll go a little higher, maybe we'll go a little lower. So that's why you see those slash marks. The last thing is that you're going to see one word in each thought group was a different color. Take a look at this. Take a look at this again.
Growing up, I didn't have a lot of faces like mine within this career field.
So you can see, for instance, like growing up, I didn't have a lot. So I'm indicating for you with those colored words what the stressed words are. So that way you know what word to emphasize. So these are things that other channels, when they have shadowing, they're not indicating these things to you, but I'm showing you. So that way they can act as a map. So you know, oh, maybe I need to change my pitch level here. Maybe I need to stress this word here as I'm saying this, so I'm not guessing. So those are some things that you want to be considering with our shadowing videos. Again, if you just look up fluentamerican.com, if you just go to youtube.com/@fluentamerican shadowing, or you just click this link here, or you can just go to our homepage because it's also on our homepage as well. It's a link to it. You'll get access to our shadowing videos so you can try those out. Let me know how you like them and things like that. So I would say, hey guys, if you're serious about American English, you're serious about shadowing, trying to find ways to incorporate it into your daily pronunciation practice, I would say, hey, can you shadow for 5 minutes today? 10 minutes today? There's no secret to this. The more time you put in, the better you get. Okay, so take your time with that. If you have questions about shadowing, be sure to let me know. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed the strategy. If you're not already employing it, if you are using shadowing, let me know how you think your shadowing is going. Also, a quick hello to Gasan. And Zobeda's here. Everyone's checking in. Guys, I have to head out. I have to go eat breakfast. It's early. But it's good to see everybody. Thank you so much. Again, keep shadowing. Try it out. Find someone you enjoy shadowing. Once you find them, go slow. Pick small sections. Repeat them multiple times before you move on to the next one. Let me know about that process. Thanks to everyone for checking in. Once more, my name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath. It's one of the 4 keys to natural sound in American English pronunciation. Thank you for your time. Look, there's a million pronunciation resources out there. So the fact you spent a little bit of your time with us is greatly appreciated. As Zabeda says, have a great day. I appreciate that too. I appreciate you, Zabeda. Good to see you. You guys take care. Have a good day. Have a good night.